Welcome back. You're watching 101. We're speaking with Indian film star Preity Zinta. You yourself, we talked about what happened to your father very sadly and the injuries your mother suffered. Now, you yourself actually escaped death twice. The first time at a concert in Colombo in Sri Lanka. What happened with that?
Whoa, that was very scary. Well, we went for a show in Colombo and we had these threats that don't perform, but we went and performed. It was like a simple idle threat. And then we had an attack on us. It was a human bomb. I was in the left wing of the stage. Shah Rukh was performing. And for all my common sense and all my intelligence, I couldn't understand what happened because I just saw this man fly up. And I kept thinking, did someone from stage jump? What happened? And I couldn't understand. And I saw the entire, because it was a cricket stadium. So they had put a rope, they made a stage, they built a stage and they put a rope like this. And the rope divided the front of the stage to backstage, from backstage. And the entire crowd started running this way. And then I looked right and I saw security grabbing Shah Rukh. And then suddenly someone grabbed me. And I was like, don't grab me, because I was wearing high heel shoes and I was scared that if I go down the steps, because they were iron steps, I might trip. And there was this big crowd and some lady banged into me whose arm was blown out. And I could see blood, but I couldn't understand what happened. And then, of course, the security grabbed me because I almost tripped. And they caught me from the back of my neck and said, don't fall in a crowd, because if you fall in a stampede, you're dead. It's only after we reached the car and we were leaving to the airport that someone told us there was a bomb. And I couldn't sleep for 10 days after that. It was really scary, because that lady and some children died, and it was quite bad.
The second time was
the tsunami, 2 weeks later.
What happened there?
Oh, I went to Phuket. This was 2 weeks after Sri Lanka, and I had some friends who said, listen, you need to put the past behind you and let's go to Phuket and let's have a blast. So we landed up in Phuket, and the next night the tsunami came. And I was so tired, and it was the first night I actually slept. That I overslept, actually, and I didn't go out that night. It was Christmas, night was Christmas night. So I came back that night and I said, okay, I'm going to be in for like 10 minutes, and I passed out. And I had to go back to the beach where all my friends were, and I could not find any one of them after that. And I stayed back for about 2 weeks to look for them. I've never seen anything like that, just the tarmac for like half a kilometer was uprooted, and it was in the trees, just bodies, people, and jet skis on top of trees. It was like war or something, so it was quite crazy.
Have those become defining moments for you?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. I think I came back a very different person, a better person. I've stopped cribbing about stupid, petty things in life. And also I remember looking at the moon that night from this house on the cliff, and it was the biggest moon. I think the only time the moon's been bigger after that was, I think, last year in October, when they said it's the closest to the Earth, where it looked like that big. I've never seen the moon besides that night. It was a full moon on 26 December, and I kept looking at it and thinking, it's so evil. And I kept thinking, why? Why did I get left behind? And then I thought, maybe I'm left behind for a purpose. And I forgot a lot of stupid things in my life.
What have the worst moments been in your career?
The worst moments? I wouldn't say there have been any worst moments, because all my failures, they have taught me much more than any of my successes. I think when I've been successful, I've smiled and partied a lot. When I've had failures, I've learned a lot. I've known what not to do. I've known who my friends are. And I've worked harder, I've been stronger. So I think it's always failure that defines you. It's not success.
And of course, you put yourself out there as a star, which means that you have to cope with the gossip and the controversies in the media. And of course, you've challenged them.
Yes.
And won, proved them to be fake. How do you deal with that, especially when there's speculation, there's all kinds of gossip and stuff? How do you cope with it personally?
Well, earlier I would take it really personally because it was about my character and what I've always been paranoid about my grandparents and my aunts up in the mountains because, you know, they're very simple people. And when they read this gossip about me, they freak out. Like somebody writes, oh, Preeti's run away and got married to this actor. And, you know, there's someone getting a heart attack up in the mountains. Like, what happened? Why didn't we find out about it? And I'm like, no, 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 it's all lies. And they're like, what do you mean it's lies? But it's in the paper. How can it be? And then you realize how innocent they are, that they don't understand this tabloid culture. So it was earlier about telling everyone that this is wrong and I'm going to fight it. Now it's water off a duck's back. Now they really have to do something stupid. I've taken a tabloid to court. But otherwise, I'm like, okay, you know.
You got a bravery award, though, for standing up in court. I mean, it was interesting. There was a sort of notorious mafia case. You were the only one who didn't retract your statement. A lot of the other stars, well, most of the other stars did. You stood up, actually. You know, you held your head high and you took on the system. First of all, how did you regard the fact the others did withdraw their statements?
I didn't know that till about a day later, and then I was like, oh my God. I thought everyone's going to go and tell the truth, because that's my personal belief is, you know, we always in India say the system is so bad, everyone's so corrupt, nobody does anything. But that one time you get the opportunity, you let it go. And for me, it was important because I was fed up of those calls. I was fed up of being traumatized. I was fed up of being told, don't do this, don't do that, you can't go here, and you have to do this. And I just said, you know what, you want to come and kill me? Kill me. But don't call me anymore and tell me what not to do, because after some time, you can't, you know, you just get fed up. And then I thought, if I'm not going to go and speak the truth, the government will never have a case. They'll never crack down on this underworld and stuff. So I just went there, and after that I got really scared, because I was like, oh, and I started shaking.
There are retaliations, but is it hard to respect the others who don't stand up then? I mean, to be the lone one out there, you won a lot of public admiration for it.
Yes, but I can't tell you, I've never been more scared in my life. I was so scared because I had these visions of someone like doing crazy things to me. But I think a lot of these guys had families, little kids, and I think they thought more of them. And for me, after my dad passed away, I have this theory that the day I've got to go, nothing can stop that and nothing can change that. So I'm never going to judge my decisions or my life on the fact that I'm going to die because of this, or something's going to happen. That is going to happen, and I've got a big lifeline, you know. So I was like, okay.
That's good. I wish you a long life. Now, is the film industry for you a long-term thing? Is it something you see doing, or like you said, your grandparents wanted you to be a politician? Is that an option even?
I don't know. I think they probably assassinate me if I became. No. I have not even thought on that track right now. I'm busy with films. Then after that, I would see myself having a family. So I think, who knows? But they say never. Who knows?
What about roles that you'd like to take on you haven't had a chance to? Is there anything burning that you really want to try?
Action.
Action?
Yeah.
As in like stunts and things?
Yeah.
Why haven't you done that yet?
Because all the ones, you see, I want to do a film where action is just a crutch. Is just a part of the film. The script should be very powerful. I get offered these dumb action roles where they say, oh, it's an action film, but there's no script. And then I look at them and I say, you know...
What about Hollywood? Any appeal?
I think my first experiment I did with a Canadian film was Deepa Mehta's Heaven on Earth. And it was I still played an Indian character, and it's all about India. But it was a great different experience. So there is no such rush for me to think that, oh, I have to go and work here. But if I get a really incredible script that I can't say no to, sure, I'll do it. But I don't see myself moving to LA and going, I'm here, you know.
What would you like your legacy to be? How would you like to be remembered?
Well, I think as someone who lived their life on their terms and was good at whatever they did.
Preity Zinta, thank you very much for your time. Enjoyed speaking with you.
Thank you for having me.